The university is honoring its seniors in a special way. What explosive events are coming up?
With a handful of people experiencing severe symptoms, find out why the Johnson & Johnson vaccine clinic is on hold.
The long-time debate on high school versus college continues. Hear advice and more coming up on BG24.
Live from the campus of Bowling Green State University.
Hello and welcome to BG24 News. I'm Courtney Bryan.
And I'm Chase Bachman. Today is April 20th. On Sunday, BG police were alerted of a man waving a gun around BGSU's campus. 39-year-old Daniel Seymour was detained and charged with inducing panic. He pled not guilty. Seymour was carrying a loaded 95mm handgun when police searched him. He was then taken to Wood County Jail but has since been released. His pretrial date is set for May 5th.
Last week was Senior Week for the BGSU class of 2021. The week held events for students to celebrate the graduating class. The week kicked off with pancakes with the president, along with a fireworks show. Students also had the opportunity to make stuffed animals and play cornhole.
So when I heard that there was food with the president, I was really excited to see Rodney walking around, and as well as the fireworks later tonight.
One of the best parts of this job is to, have opportunities to engage with our students, and when students first join us as first-year students, to see that they've come from all over the state, the nation, the world. They come here to Bowling Green, and 4 years later, they're about to graduate.
Senior Week also featured a movie night, bouncy houses, and other fun activities.
And this week, Residence Life is trying to keep students motivated before finals. Kreischer resident advisors put together what's called the Kreischer Kickback. Students can participate in the week-long event any day of the week. This Saturday, there were fire pits and s'mores for students to make. Resident advisor Kyle Walney organized many of the events taking place this week.
We thought it was a good idea to get residents out of their rooms, out of the residence hall, and engage in something fun. We've got the fire pits going on for students. We've got stores and things like that, and then obviously we've got music. So just a fun opportunity for residents to get out, hang out with each other, and kind of relax.
Some of the other activities included raffle baskets. There are many different assorted baskets for anyone to win. And make sure to talk to a resident advisor to see if your dorm is having any special events.
Last Tuesday, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine was paused due to 6 blood clotting incidents. Chief Health Officer Ben Batey said the pause is mostly out of caution. Reporter Macey Austin has more on vaccine safety.
Governor Mike DeWine advised that all Ohio vaccine clinics pause the distribution of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine due to 6 cases of blood clotting. All of these cases happen to be in women. This led to the shutdown of BGSU vaccine clinic held in Perry Fieldhouse. BGSU Health Officer Ben Batey says the blood clotting is extremely rare, but to be aware of possible symptoms 3 weeks after being vaccinated.
Anybody who's had that Johnson & Johnson vaccine, just for 3 weeks after they've had that, to monitor for severe headache, any sort of abdominal pain, any shortness of breath, or any leg pain. So those are the 4 things that we'd be on the lookout that could potentially indicate a blood clot. So anything that would be out of the ordinary for you, we want you to go follow up with your medical provider regardless, and they can help assess. And really, I think we all should be confident in just the sheer number of doses that have been given without issue. I think this really emphasizes the safety profile and the studies that are going on around these vaccines, that even something like this, that 6 cases that may, cause a little bit of concern can cause us to pause the whole vaccination program. Moderna and Pfizer vaccines have been out longer than the Johnson & Johnson, and a drastically higher number of doses have been given in the U.S. without any safety concerns being raised whatsoever.
The second dose of the Pfizer vaccine, scheduled for April 20th, 21st, and 28th, will still be given out as planned. Students are also able to make appointments to receive their first doses of Pfizer at these clinics. Reporting for BG24 News, I'm Macey Austin.
BGSU will be holding walk-in vaccine clinics for the first and second doses of the Pfizer vaccine. One of these clinics will be tomorrow from 7:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. The clinic is located in the Perry Fieldhouse.
Some students have trouble with the transition from high school to college. Reporter Ari Curtis spoke about students and their experiences and tips on how to make that transition.
It is no secret that the transition from high school to college can be a challenging one. The jury on whether high school is better than college is still out there, as regrets vary from not going to prom or homecoming to the countless bullying. Fourth-year students Austin Elick and Janai James share their experiences and regrets both in high school and in college.
In high school, the whole day is focused around classes, obviously, and then my main social interaction would come from a couple of friends I would sit with at lunch, and then sport teams.
Like in high school, you definitely get comfortable with how things are, and then when you go to college, it's a big adjustment, and if it's hard for you to make that adjustment, you will definitely struggle. But I feel like you can bounce back from that and you can do better. I struggled when I came to college too. Like I struggled a lot, and I actually transferred schools too. I went to 2 universities, like I went to 2 high schools.
Bowling Green High School counselor Lori Moss gives advice to students struggling to let go of their past and move on from their high school trauma.
Self-reflection and the process of talk therapy. They need to address that they were affected by it. It is bothering them, and to hopefully have enough ego strength to face that and deal with it so that they can be healthier and stronger individuals as young adults.
Counselor Moss says the key to succeeding in college is motivation, the ability to adapt to change, and the overall courage to try new things and communicate to others. For BG24 News, I'm Ari Curtis.
If you are struggling or worried about your transition to college, be sure to reach out to your friends and talk with them about the decision.
Thank you for joining us today. This is the last newscast of this semester.
To keep up with us and more community news, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at BG24TV. We'll see you in the fall.